I'd spend 10,000 hours and 10,000 more. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones in today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your home. पिपल पत्तियां पाही चूड़ा खनके मेरे सोनिया सोनिया वे बेमाई मेरा किथे नहीं हो दिल लगना. I promise that you'll never find another like me.
$75 bips, 75 bips, 75 bips, and 75 bips, guys. Well, with that said, yesterday was one of the best live stream we had. 1291 perfect bottom bounce, 1370, 1387 dumped, literally down to 1224. That was the levels I was eyeing since like went to long, and I am long, guys. Having said that, this is TME, your friend, and today is 22nd of September, and you're watching live stream, guys. Thank you so much for joining. This live stream basically is very important because we're going to probably look how I feel and what I sense how the market is going to probably do for the next few days. Also, many of you guys know, because in the Walsh group I posted yesterday when everybody was like panicking, I posted, I am buying, I am deploying my spot bags on Bitcoin for roughly around 18,400 bucks, and I have DCA down till 18,231. Having said that, guys, my average for the spots of Bitcoin that I have right now is 18,330 something plus. I don't remember exact, but that's what the average is, and I'm feeling very good about it. What I expect next for the Bitcoin is something probably I want to discuss, but not only from the perspective of, we want to discuss Bitcoin on the lower term time frame or Ethereum on the lower term time frame, but we just want to focus more on the higher term time frame, probably going forward, what I personally think that how the market should play out. 75 bips is something, I think the market was way overpriced, more than 75 bips. The reaction what we saw yesterday on the Bitcoin as well as SP500 was something unusual, because at that point of time probably you expect the price to pump rather than the price to dump. Why? Because at the CPI also we saw that we dumped, and now if these kind of a thing happens when the 75 bips rate hike happens, so it's a little bit unusual, as to you were expecting a great pump on Bitcoin towards 20,800 to 21k. From there we reject down to probably coming back towards 17,500 bucks. But right now, the good thing is Bitcoin is been holding so well this dump, and it's commendable. I really like it. The way it's holding up, it's awesome actually. So we just literally sweep the lows, finding lot and lot of buyers over there. So like me, I'm myself. So I think we I would not say rather from here that we are going to pump to 30,000 or 28k levels, but what I do know that yeah, we are right now forming a very interesting and a very tight accumulation range. The accumulation range is the June lows and the August equilibrium levels. That is the range that we have formed so far on the hard term time frame, guys, which is a very interesting. Now, you might be thinking that, yo, why we not shorting and blah blah shit? Because I'm telling you repetitively again and again, you don't short the bottom. You don't short the range lows. You either short the equilibrium or you try and short the deviation of the range highs. That's the only way you short it. There is no other way you guys gonna short it. You shorting here is like you are literally acting as a noob. You want to short it, you short it once we start losing this and acting as a resistance. You short it then and let it dump to probably 15,500 or even 14k levels. But at least I'm not gonna short it here, even if it's like 4% move or 5% scalp. I don't care actually. What I am looking for a very big, HTF move scenario for the Bitcoin rather than just playing like a lower term time frame. So, guys, before we go to the Ethereum and other charts, let's first deep dive into the Bitcoin, guys. The move what we have seen so far is like A, B, and C. Perfectly, we offloaded all our Bitcoin that we bought spot over here. We have sold all our Bitcoin around 24,800 bucks. That's like the July highs. And most importantly, this was my favorite levels because of the June equilibrium. June equilibrium was a very crucial level for me, guys. And you know, I think the way we have dropped without seeing any sort of a 618 bounce. The 618 is nothing but the golden pocket. The way we have, the way we have bounced very low and just keep on dumping. What I feel this move is like wave one, and sudden bounce is like wave two of something, and then probably going to have wave 3 here again. A, B, and C for the wave 4. Previous week equilibrium to 20,800 bucks. One more sweep down to the sweep the lows and like forming a deviation the way we had a deviation here. Perform a deviation probably, and once we start getting accepted inside the range of the June lows, long everything over here and let it ride to the moon, because that is how I see Bitcoin for now, forming a very nice bullish wolf waves. Now this theory looks amazing to me. The only problem with this theory is right now is this structure that we have. So that's normally the wave 2 is always A, B, and C. But considering the fact that this move to me looks like a clean 5 waves, so that the bullish wolf waves might just literally get invalidated. And what that also means that this whole move down, what we are watching is 5 waves already over here. And this looks to me like some sort of a 5 waves move would be B. So that's like A, B, and we already in the I would say we are already in what do you say, a 5 waves here. So we might just form something like this, chop like this. We might form another triangle. So September opens is going to be tested or probably gonna be defended very heavily, 20,100 bucks. That's the levels probably you should be eyeing, not only for Bitcoin but also for Ethereum as well. So September opens is going to be most likely defended, and once you see these sorts of a nice bullish bull waves on the lower some time frame accumulation happening, and the deviation inside this is going to be amazing buying opportunity in my opinion probably. So yeah, I'm just going to not sell. I won't be selling my spots that I bought at 18,300. What I will do is I'm just gonna transfer those spots to the coin margin contract and probably go for 1:1 short when we go to the test is September opens. And once the price gets accepted above the September opens, not only on the H1 but H4 and daily, I will close my hedge short, and I will then probably ride till the previous week highs like this, or maybe even previous week equilibrium levels. So probably this is the gains I will probably looking for, the smaller and a very tight range that we have here. So that is the hard on time frame plan for Bitcoin, guys. Now, this is like a bullish plan. Now, this is like a bullish plan that we just probably go for, we might just probably do like this. You have one more push up towards 19,700 bucks, or maybe even, the August opens or September opens probably. And one more move down like here towards 17,721 and push up like this. So that's how it forms a very, very clean, I would say a very clean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullish wolf waves. There, the 5 waves would be most likely in. That's how I see. And this whole structure that we are watching is A, B, C, B, and 5 wave C, and then boom. And that's how, we can just probably look for a very nice long opportunities once again inside this. And I do remember when we were at $30,000 previously in 2021. This is how the structure literally looks like. We have been, probably just accumulating there with a lot of sell pressure. Big ones bounce, both very quickly bounce. And people were just waiting for, at that point of time, 24,000, 25,000 as well at that point of time. And right now, what is exactly happening at a very similar thing. I know the macro structure or the macro environment don't support my view, because the macro is literally bearish. We are very, very much having fear and a possibility of we going into a big recession, and or maybe the recession have already started it, because the winters are gonna probably, it's coming actually sooner than we think, from the month of October. And the way, the deindustrialization is happening in many parts of the Europe, especially Germany. Many big industries are shutting down because of the lower gas supplies, or they can't afford the production cost, and blah blah things that's happening. I do think that, the macro is not going to support my view, because the macro is very bearish. So the only thing, probably this support this view is considering the fact that, overall the market has been very sold off lately, and considering the fact from the electro theory perspective, I only think that this is how I see the market should literally play out. And hence, I would like to see that we do something like this. We go up here, then probably do something like this is what I would like to see. And once you break, have a structure like this, boom, and that's how you need a reversal time for Bitcoin. So I think I would like to see a very nice accumulation in bullish will waves. So the levels we are targeting is 19,700. That's like our August lows level. That's what we are going to eye. And the September opens is going to be the very, very crucial levels as well for me. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what I think for Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum, similarly, I'm long on Ethereum, guys, made a nice gains on Ethereum. So if I have to tell you about ETH on the hearts and time frame, just forget about, what I've drawn so far. But, the structure that we have over here on the ETH is clearly, this is like, 3-3-3 structure, which means this is like a 3 over here, another 3 over here, some sort of a thing. And but this move down so far is 5 waves. So we have been building the 5 waves. Now what you would want to see is a 3 structure formation over here, retesting the levels of 1441, and maybe even September opens, but 1441 makes more sense. Dump back down one more time. That's gonna be like, 3 A, B, and C. Either we are bottom here with, potential 2 scenarios formation over here. So either this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there are 5 waves, A, B, C, and this is again 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we are most likely bottom. Or maybe the 5th wave is gonna come to probably around 1,200 bucks or so. And this is how ABC structure forms, and we break out, accumulate here, and go up. So that's how you get a partner leg for, Ethereum. Having said that, this is my bullish plan for ETH. The bearish plan for ETH is it's a 3-3 scenario: W, X, A over here, B right here, and go one more deep down towards the $1,000, $1,055 levels. Practically, we go there. Like here, we just like we are looking for Bitcoin, forming a bullish wolf wave. Similarly, for Ethereum, also we're looking for a bullish wolf waves kind of a structure, confirmation, ABC, and once we have it, bull breakout pump. Similarly for Bitcoin, once you form like a bullish wolf waves, a breakout, a 1 2 3 4 5, and this time I will be definitely targeting 29,000 bucks, no less. I would accept 29 is what I want. Yes, that's what I want actually. It's not that I cannot see, but yeah, that's what I want before any sort of a big reversal or something like that. But 29,000 is a clean cliche reversal is what I'm expecting for Bitcoin. Now let's go to the Ethereum. This is how what my plan. Two possible scenarios for it: bearish and bullish. Now the worst case scenario, very bearish. Like the macroeconomics are fucked off, and even Bitcoin probably, as as I mentioned, you want to short when we start flipping this level as a resistance. Worst case scenario, we just dump from the September opens one more time, flip this as a resistance, short it, and we just go to the levels of 14,000 bucks. That's what everyone expects. Similarly for the ETH, the worst case scenario, this is wave 1, 2, and this is like we are doing wave 3 here. Probably sweep the lows, break $1,000 confirmation 4, and then go down to the levels of 700 bucks, the big buy zone, and that's how the bearish big bear scenario gonna trigger for ETH, where we get an opportunity. We're going to have an opportunity to buy ETH with 694 levels. Probably that's what you should be looking for. Very bearish scenario. So what would be the confirmation that this bearish scenario is in play? The confirmation for the bearish scenario is in play is we go up here, we reject, we dump, but the dump would be so harsh. We not only lose the levels of 1055, that's 0.5 Fibonacci levels, sorry, 0.14 Fibonacci levels. You lose that levels, but we sweep these lows, take all the liquidity, come back inside, flip this as a resistance, and continue the dumping. That would be the worst case scenario for Ethereum, guys. That's the reason I've yet not bought Ethereum on the spots. I'm only buying Bitcoin because BTC dominance is accumulating so far under the resistance, which is something I don't like it actually. It might even form a very nice bullish pennant over here. So you can see, you have a bullish pennant and accumulation is happening, and we are coming to a very serious levels. We can have a fake breakdown like here and then probably up would be nice to see. Normally, this is how we have seen so far. So one more breakdown like here, and then probably pull up is going to, this is what probably we can expect. And the push up, what we're going to see is going to be a very similar kind of a degree of wave. So going up to the levels of almost the next resistance of 43.25 to 43.4 levels, and from there we can see if this move is like A, B, and C, or this move is wave 1, A, B, and irregular expanded flat wave 2, 3, 4, and we're just gonna up like this full-fledged reversal, and that's gonna be very bad for altcoins. They're just gonna get wrecked probably, just in case if you're dumping. But most likely, I think we should not be madly dumping. Forms like a deviation over here, and once we see the deviation, trap bears over here so badly, everybody gets trapped here. They sell all their bitcoins in a panic. Oh my god, we are dumping to 14,000. I'll be buying 14,000. They panically sell everything, and that's where I think the big players are most likely gonna start loading more actually in this zone, in my opinion. Let's see. This is how I think so far. AR, I'm short on AR, guys, and my entry is 10.05, and my stop loss is here. I could not get this trade because it's a very high risk. Even I'm not sure if it's gonna play out. The only reason why I shorted it because you have a very nice bullish wolf waves and a diagonal formation breaking out. You have a resistance over here. The only problem I see is I don't see any wave count. I don't know what the fucking wave count is. It can be like A, B, and then C, and it just probably dump like here, or maybe it's just gonna, but we need this green line, what we are seeing here, 9.88 to be lost for as a support. But if we don't lose it, I may probably cut it off as well very early. So at least a retest of this is likely to 9.59, and probably I would like to see something like this for AR. But I'm not sure if we do gonna get it. So let's wait and watch. CHR, guys, is the one that probably you should even not miss it. I'm waiting for it to probably sweep the lows and go to the levels of 1349 to 1367, even probably to the levels of 1269. So this is where is my buy zone for CHR. I'm gonna probably accumulate some spots for CHR, and my stop loss is if we do close daily under the levels of 1150, I think that's where I will be selling off with a loss on the CHR. But that's where Vic is fine. If we go here and reclaim it, that's fine, but it should not close daily under this level. So that's where I would be accumulating my target, as I mentioned, here and here. These are the targets. As you can imagine, the minimum profits you're gonna get, the liquidity pool is 83%, and the max you can get is like 115%. Maybe it can go more as well, but this is how the realistic targets for CHR is at the moment. Now, also talking about the SP500, SP500 has made a very I would say it's hard to tell that we are bottom. Why? Because we have yet not swept the lows. Once we fully sweep these lows and these lows, I can guarantee tell you that we are going to bottom. So probably that's where I'm going to start putting start buying or having calls options, probably anything under 3640. But most likely my idea is to have call options from in this zone, so accumulate whatever the calls I can get, rather than, because this is where I had a put options. I already bought took profits over here, and I was holding expecting we get a bounce from here to these levels at least, and where I would have another put options. But it did not went the way I wanted it to. So right now what we are watching is this move on the SP500. There are two possibilities on the SP500 that we are probably looking forward for. So probably if this is how I see, is we might be looking for a 5 wave. So this is like wave 1, 2, and probably this is how I see for the wave 3 over here. One more move down is a possibility for 3, and then probably a big pump up. This is where we're going to just test the levels of 3900 and plus, reject, one more wave down, sweep the lows, bullish bullish wolf waves, impulsive wolf waves, and just break down like a diagonal, reclaim it, and boom. So that's how the 5 waves completion to me looks like on the SP500. So yeah, overall I'm not very much bullish on the SP500 from these levels. I will be bullish once we sweep these lows and these lows. So basically I would be very much bullish once we start sweeping these lows, and that is how it's gonna trigger my call options or buy, basically. But if you look at from the daily perspective, ladies and gentlemen, this clearly tells you and indicates you that SP500, probably I think it's a very best levels for 3,585 to be tested, like a range highs. That's like a range highs. So I think this makes more sense, and we do hold and we get a bounce because the structure. Now let me just do one thing. Let me just delete all these drawings so that we can probably see what we want to see on the daily as to how SP500 to me looks like. Let me just delete the brush and hide the harmonic. Okay, this harmonic is so far looking great. Now, so what are we watching on the, or what are we seeing on the SP500, guys? If you are interested in stocks, and if you want to play stocks, I mean, this is how you should be watching SP500 closely to monitor your stocks. Basically this is how ABC pattern was, another ABC 3 3, another ABC 3. So that's like 3 3 and 3. Okay, 3 3 3. So that was your clean 3 3 3 3 3 and 3, correct? Now, so that was your clean 3 3 3. So that 3 3 3 is nothing but, to me it's like a W, X, and Y. So that's your WXY. Now this 333 WXY can also tells us that the smaller harmonic that we are looking for, the smaller one. Okay, what we just saw few minutes back. Let me just show you again. So the smaller harmonic, the 333 tells us that the smaller harmonic what we are looking is invalidation. So that's like a this harmonic is like a very big, I would say, diversion that we can see. We see the harmonic, but we don't see from the Elliott wave perspective. So it's like it builds us a very big I would say what do you say? I mean, it's like we build a very big biasness that this is going to dump to the new lows, and that's how exactly this diversion works. Now, this 333, it also means that this is like a bottom, W X Y, and this bottom is for something. Now, this is like a connector, so this might be the connector as well. So you already got like another three waves A, B, C over here. Okay, got it. So you already got this three waves over here, and interestingly, now these three waves, what you are watching here, can really like this can be W, X, A, B, and the bullish full waves 5, C, and or it can be like a very cool double correction, very nice double correction, guys. It is like a W, X, Y, A, B, C, X, another A, B, and C, like a Z. That's a double correction, double combo, what you say. So basically, that also indicates that this doesn't looks like a diversion of or something, but there is a possibility that it might look like a diversion just in case if we don't break the levels of 3702. So we are very close to those levels. If you do break these levels, yeah, it's not a diversion. We're gonna get the lows, buy everything over there, and that's like your deviation, flip it back as a support and go up. So that's gonna be like W X 333 ABC, like this, guys. So that's like a WXYXZ, a double correction, and then probably we go for a very interesting reversal from there. So that's something, that's why I'm telling you guys, if you are having a put options on the stock markets, trust me, really would like to think about it of taking profits once we sweep this lows. I mean, we can probably dump from here as well and go to the depth of zero. But honestly, I don't think the market is going to do that at this point of time. At least, I don't think so, because it's gone. If even in the time of the Great Depression, we have not seen these sorts of big dump. It's always gonna be something like always gonna be something like this, then dump. So you always get a exit bounce many times, and or we just dump. So you're definitely gonna expect something like this. But if this is like WXYXZ, so normally the WXYXZ happens in sort of a correction. So if it's like a correction of something, then you would like to see the five waves up like this. The way the Sensex in India did, the way the Sensex in India did actually. So I mean, normally this is how, because after a big double correction, the price literally starts for an accumulation. Might just probably go sideways a little bit. Accumulation one, two. It's gonna take more than 4 5 months for an accumulation that's gonna happen, and we push up like this. So similar kind of a things that happens with the Bitcoin. So, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind, if you have put options on stock markets, you need to be very careful. Just take some profits or maybe hedge it. Once you can't hedge a put options, what you should do is you open a similar call option at that point of time so that you really get. But I would say close it, because if you just open a call options as well, so you're paying fees for the option, call option. Again, you're paying fees for the put options. It's better probably just close it. And once, let's say, this starts flipping as a resistance, re-short short it like a put options again, and then probably it just go nuts like this, which means Bitcoin is also going to have a death spiral, so or a death sentence kind of a thing. So yeah, this is what my heart and time frame plan for the Bitcoin as well as Ethereum. Now the longer term time frame, I think that this is a 5 waves move, and the move down is wave A. Right now we are having wave B, as we can see so far. If we do see a rejection from again the 1292, that's what we are watching, and we lose the levels of 1280, you can expect a retest of 1239 on the ETH, and probably even to that 1239 should be fine. And similarly, like M pattern formation, even on Bitcoin, you can see on the H1, you know like M pattern formation on the lower term time frame, 5 waves, A, B, one more move down like here to the 18,400 levels, these levels M pattern, and then probably look for this move to the September open. ladies and gentlemen. That's probably how it should play out, in my opinion. You flip the September opens. I mean, once you start flipping this, it's just gonna go very hard, like, because the fair value gap or the liquidity is cool here like this. So just have to be very cautious if you are shorting this. You need to establish the stop loss. Okay. One of the alts that I am long, I have bought literally, and I'm asking enormously to you as well, is FTM. I think this looks really nice to me with a very nice 5 wave structure. This was our A, B, and C, three waves, and this move down was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's like a 5 waves, and this is, to me, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, and another 5 waves here, completing to 0.886, bouncing over there, accumulated. We took the liquidity as well. So I do think till we are now holding the levels of 0.2121 cents, I do think FTM spots could be really nice. We just need a flip of the range lows of 23.74. Once we start flipping it, you can just probably do, see something like this on the FTM. So FTM has a very lot. The risk reward is amazing from these levels, guys. My average buy for FTM is around 22.54. I think you should also be having such sorts of some exposure. Like, if you're playing with 10,000 bucks, just have some 500 or $1,000 FTM, because the risk reward is amazing. You're gonna max lose, like, on this one 10%, which is like, 100 bucks or $150 if you're literally playing with $1,000 spots. But you're gonna make really nice gains. Like, it can just convert your 1,000 to maybe one. It can deliver you 10 times minimum, but over here the risk reward is 16.5, so it is gonna deliver 16.5 times. So I'm taking like 4,500 bucks risk on this FTM, which means that it can make me a very nice gains actually. So yeah, the stop loss is going to be the manual stop loss, guys. Our stop loss is 20.5, and it's like a manual stop loss. It, even if it wicks, fine, but it should not have a daily closure under these levels. Okay, for an FTM. CHR, also have your eyes on the sweep of the lows. That should be something you should watch. Most interesting all that is in my radar is RSR USD perhaps. It's looking amazing, guys. I think few days back I posted on the Twitter as well, that what you should be watching for RSR on the daily. Two scenarios I gave you, even we discussed over the live on yesterday or day before the yesterday, I don't remember what we discussed for sure, that this could be our deviation. Like, people were like, oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5-time rejection, deep down, short, 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 and we just had a big green candle up, putting like 21%, taking all the liquidity over here. That's like giving a sign of like a very interesting PO3 accumulation, manipulation and pump. So now what you want over here is, sorry for the graphics. What you want is, if this is like a deviation, if we don't expect it to probably have a continuation. What I would like to see is a retest, and this is like where our daily demand is between, I would say, 5950 to 580 5804. So that's where the demand is. So you want to see a retest of those levels, and for the push, but we want to hold these levels, of course. You don't want to lose again these levels, but that's where the inverse head and shoulder play comes into the picture. That's going to be our neckline, flip and go. And your minimum target for this inverse head and shoulder, if we are playing out, once it confirms, would be anything to the levels of a 80 is 0.082. So probably from here it's gonna be minimum 37 to 40% gains again for RSR, guys. So I'm not gonna not buying anything over here unless I get a retest of the demand that I'm watching. The volume is also looking really great on the breakout, guys. So definitely I think this is going to be very interesting going forward, guys. Oh, you should definitely have your eyes on. One more else that I have eyes on is Avalanche. Now, think cool. So Avalanche also looking great, but as you can see, we do have the harmonic like this on the Avalanche over here. As you can see here, I think Avalanche can give us a very nice short opportunity, my opinion. So it can probably form a very nice five-wave structure, probably some sort of a five-wave. So we might get a push up to $19 or so, like a golden pocket zone from the high, from these levels to these levels. But that looks to me like wave one, two, maybe three here, four, and then probably have one more wave down in this zone that we have for like 13.76 to 11.58, or maybe at the $12. This is our buy zone. And why do you think it's our buy zone? Because it's a big demand that we have here. So I think Avalanche looks really great for shorts in my opinion, guys. But you don't want to short. I would not like to short it here. But what I would like to short is the golden pocket zone clearly. Once you reach to the golden pocket zone, definitely you would want to short it. Right now, also from the candle perspective, I don't see any bearish candle formation. But this looks to me like a very clean, the way it's holding up the lows. This can be A, B, C, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So basically going to the golden pocket zone, and that is going to be our short. I mean, short the fuck out of everything for Avalanche is what I would say, guys. Sorry for using the harsh language or the bad words. That's my wrong choice of the bad words. Sincerely apologize. But yes, this is how you would want to see the Avalanche, and probably making like a very interesting, five waves up, short hit these levels. If you do reject, come back down here and probably do something like this. Boom. That's how we get our bullish wolf waves. Short it from these levels is what I would want right now. Of course, I will not long it without the confirmation, but this is how we can get very nice opportunity to short Avalanche for like 30% gains. I think it's gonna be interesting. The minimum target is 13.66. We want to sweep these lows. And once we sweep these lows, guys, you don't miss buying Avalanche. You should really add some spot bags. Like if you have $1,000, you should put $100 in Avalanche, probably 10%. Is what I would say, with your tight stop loss of 10%. That's how you should play, guys. Avalanche. It's looking very interesting. One more alt I would like to discuss is BNB. Remember, I mentioned 261 to 262 is our buy zone for BNB. I am long on the BNB, guys. It perfectly hit the levels of 261. I mean, these fibs are so nice. I think it's just that you need to master it. And the way it's holding up the levels, I think that this move is like A, B, C, A, B, and we're gonna have C. So we're gonna have a retest like this to the levels of 264 probably, if we do expect to see Bitcoin and Ethereum doing ABC. So we should get this kind of a retest, and I do expect BNB to do something like this, and it should do, because this can be A, B, and C. So I do expect it to probably go to the levels of at least 287. That's where they but despite of the fact that we need to hold the levels, what levels are we talking about? We are talking about on the H1. I would say we are talking about 261.55. That's the levels we want it to hold, guys. And your best entry for BNB would be anywhere from 264.5 to 262.65. That's where your entry should be for BNB, guys. I'm still maybe I might take profits on the BNB. It's a nice gain, so maybe take 50% off here, and let it just come down again. Maybe add more and ride. I'll just decide then, probably. Ethereum Classic also forming a very interesting, something I've never seen so far with Ethereum Classic, but it's forming a very nice ABC and a channel formation over here. So that's something you should be watching, guys, with the Ethereum Classic. We are again at the range highs over here, which is a very interesting and a very good sign. So let's say if Ethereum do bounce, as we expect a small bounce from Ethereum, I do expect Ethereum Classic to even bounce to the levels of 30.3, or even it can go like here, because this is like a clean A, B, and C. So you would want to see, a push up to the levels of 38.2 one more time, or a breakout and go like this, and then reach a dump. So dump to zero. It's a possibility, guys. Very nice possibility. The miners might literally pump Ethereum Classic instead of Ethereum. So That's a very likely possibility. So the risk reward is amazing. But if you want to short it, once you lose the channel, guys, and flip as a resistance, this levels flip as a resistance of $28 flip as a resistance. Once the $28 flip as a resistance, I think that's where you start shorting it, and your targets would be then 21.9. So that's how you want to play. For the bullish move, you want this OB that we have here needs to hold as a support. But once we break this OB, we go inside this OB, which means that the OB is broken down, and if we get a bearish retest of 28, it's gonna be very big short, guys. So all my eyes on Ethereum Classic. Even if I want to play longer shots, I'm waiting patiently. Now let's go to my final chart is gold, guys. Yesterday made a nice gain on the gold longs from here till here for like a 1.6%. For gold, 1.6% move is amazing if you're playing with like 100x leverage. So it's amazing because I play with like 3.5 to 4 kilograms of gold. So I think you make a nice gains, actually, in my opinion, if you play this much big with the gold. In Dubai, it's very easy. You can go to the gold souk. I have a tie up with one of the jewelry shop. It's a very old jewelry shop, and they play margins, actually. So I just have a margin I put so far is a 350 or 380. I'm not sure, but something around 350 or 380 dirhams, 350 to 380k dirhams, which is in the sense like 100k dollars, and they let you play 100x leverage, actually. So that's how you can literally buy like more than 3.5. They call it the TT bars, actually, over here. So one TT bar, and two TT bars. So that's how they trade, actually. So it's very simple, actually, and but you should know, actually, it's very risky also. Everything comes with a risk. You might find it's very good and you make nice money with the gold as well, but yeah, it comes with risk, actually. So far, I don't play gold very regularly, but when I see nice setup, I do play it, actually. It's like not daily I play it, but yeah. So I just trade like once or twice probably in a year, sorry, in a month for gold, not that frequent trading daily on daily basis, no. But when I see a very perfect high probable setup, I do it, actually. And they are only allowed to longs, they don't allow to short, actually. That's the problem with the margin, and. So you can also trade gold on Prime XBT as well, and yeah, but I do like to trade physically as well as the physical margin gold, actually. So with a security, because it's a gold, actually, that's why. So my target for the goals is we are literally been rejecting this level. I mean, this is looking very bad, actually, if I have to tell you, but for now. But the levels we are holding up, this can be a very interesting accumulation as well. Well, if you see here, the PO3 that we are talking about, this can be our interesting PO3 here. Okay, this is an accumulation. Manipulation, we already got it. Now we get one more deviation, and this range then forms like a big accumulation, and then it's gonna be forming like a deviation again, come back down here, and boom. Or it just accumulation, boom, it's just gonna dump, and the dollar index is just gonna pump, guys. So uh all the most important levels you should keep in your mind is $1,678 for gold. You flip that levels on the daily, you literally buy the shit out of thing of the gold, because if you do flip these levels like here, I'm going to rebuy it, because then it's going to be the next target is here. That's what I think for the gold, guys. So this can be a very big accumulation channel as range as well, like a big accumulation range that we are watching right now, the gold, actually. So far we have not broke up, we have not break down, so it's accumulating inside the range. You break above 1678, buy everything. You break under 1655, short the fuck out it and go to the levels of 1620. It's a very interesting levels for you on the gold, guys. So yeah. Now just a very fun fact I would like to talk about it for the gold. I don't want to make you guys uh give any sort of a hopium, but just watch the gold 3-day chart, or I would say even the weekly chart. Just watch the gold weekly chart or a 3-day chart, and watch the Bitcoin chart and Sensex. or maybe even SP 500. So that's what our 64,000 Bitcoin was. A, B, C, 30,000 Bitcoin was. Accumulation happens, over here. You can see the bullish wolf waves, A, B, C accumulation, pump it up, make higher high, 69,000 Bitcoin, double top like kind of a structure on the gold, clear double top, lose the range lows. And once you see a clean range lows has been lost, your targets are going to be equilibrium. That's where the support is at 1480. You can expect bounce from here to these levels one more time. And if you do reject again, then it's going to be a big death, like forming a big range. You got a deviation over here. You can expect a deviation under this level. So $1,000 to 878 can be a massive, massive levels for the gold, guys. It's gonna be like everybody's gonna wrecked with the gold if this literally plays out. I don't know if it's gonna play out. I've never seen like on the bigger scale if this ranges play out at some point of time. I've never seen that, but it's like there's a possibility. Actually, it all depends on how 1678 is gonna roll out. So yeah, that's all what I have, ladies and gentlemen, for now. And I'm looking for 1239 for ETH to probably test those levels one more time, and similarly for the Bitcoin to probably test the levels of 18448. That's what I think. So guys, thank you so much for joining. And if you like to support the work, do trade on the Bybit. The link is mentioned in my live stream, as well as you can probably go to the Twitter profile and check the link. Deposit the funds, you'll get nice bonus and trade. Also, come join me in the Walsh Wealth group as well if you like to trade with me. Thank you so much for your support and love. Do not forget to like and share this video. Please do like and share this video. Let's make this channel a big channel on the YouTube. Thank you so much for your extreme support. XRP. XRP. Oh, great. One more chart, XRP. So we suddenly have a big fan following of the XRP. Yes. XRP is looking super, super bullish. I expected it to just give us a retracement, but it did not give us a retracement. Shit. So what I have to say is for the XRP, let's just see what it does. Hold on. Let me just delete this so that we have clearer picture on the XRP. Cool. So clearly, the move on the XRP is A, B, 1, 2, and this is like a wave 3 in the process. So the AB, what we are watching is this is like A, and this like a B, or that's like a ABC A over here, and this was our B. And it's just the 5 waves are happening at the moment, and XRP is looking very bullish. Prima facie, my targets for the XRP is the sweep. And what sweep I am eyeing over here is basically these levels, guys. 46.78 is where I think a big rejection is gonna happen, most likely, in my opinion. And the big rejection, what I mean by the big rejection, you can make minimum 10 to 15% gains on the short with this kind of a rejection. So probably we can have a deviation. We also have 1236 to 138 Fibonacci levels from here. So basically, you see, we have a range highs, you have a range lows, you already have a what do you say, the deviation. Now you will want a deviation over here. But if we do get an acceptance above the levels of 4674, then I think the deviation is, I mean, we won't get any sort of a rejection, but it just simply pump up to the levels of 54 cents. And maybe this is how XRP can literally rock and take out all the liquidity from the market. So right now, what I think is this is a very big levels, and I would like to see how it just gonna probably play out. But this is how I would like to see XRP just give us a decent retest of the levels is what I would like to see. And once I see this kind of a retest of these levels, probably do something like this one again, and then do something like this. Why? Because this is a clean 5 waves on the upside. So you want to see a distributive pattern rather than just a boom like this. No, you want to see a distributive top like here. Unless I see this, I'm not sure it. But yes, on the lower term time frame, of course, you just keep on eyes on like a 1 hour and see how the distributive top looks like. But yes, definitely it looks bullish. But look at the move up here. Every move is going with the low volume. You see, the volume is reducing, which means that we are going very near to the top. At the moment, the RSI is going to turn bearish on the H1, H4 as well. So I think the deviation of 46.78 is going to be very interesting for XRP shorts, guys. Very, very interesting. Let's see if the bulls can literally blew past this 46.78 and just pump the price to 53.84. But yes, this is certainly the range that we have for XRP. So that's your range. You flip these levels, long 46.71, take profits here, run, and then probably be short. We make a deviation distribution here, and the volume is declining, and we short it on the once we have a clean rejection inside this retest, short it, stop loss here, dump. That's how you want to play actually. So for XRP, this is what I have, and look at the XRP BTC. I think we discussed few days back, not on the public live, but in the Walsh group. I've been telling since long, XRP BTC is looking very bullish. The 1566 level has been holding so strongly and it's accumulating so nicely, guys. It's like a big fat breakout on the XRP Bitcoin. It's like A, B, and probably I would say it's like a C as well. And this is how a very nice, or maybe like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's like your 5 waves on the downside. Maybe you can consider this like a bullish wolf waves. You have A, B, and we're gonna have wave C. So wave C probably go to the levels of golden pocket zone, but of course they are coming to rejections. Wave C always have 5 waves. You have wave 1 here, 2 here. We are in the wave 3 currently. Wave 3 normally goes up higher like this, so it's gonna outperform Bitcoin for like few days, and then 5, and then boom down. So you want to short once we clean have a sweep of these highs on the XRP Bitcoin, guys. I think this should align as well with our the plan for the XRP USDT of 46.78, as right now we are coming to a very big level of resistance over here. So we go up here, reject, come back down, retest these levels one more time, flip this as a support, retest back, and then go up like this. So you can easily catch like you can see 14 to 15% dump on the XRP BT. Similarly for XRP USDT as well, you can really catch like 10 to 15% dump is what I estimate actually. Because if you look at from here, if we do reject from here, so even we go to the red line as a support test, like it gives like 14% dump. So I think this is the very fair deal to me actually. So I'm just gonna wait. I will have alarm set on the H1. Once we have a breakout and we reject on the H1, forms like a deviation, definitely we are shorting XRP at that point in time. So you want a deviation here rather than the price gets accepted and just start accumulating, and then it goes up on another leg. You don't want to see that actually. You want a dump, deviation, a retest, boom, a bearish divergence, volume is low, and dump, retest. So this is the range we're gonna you know make a money on. Long again at 41 cents, send it over here, then probably again, and then down. So this is the range you would like to play, guys. I know XRP is, I'm also a big fan of XRP. I made my whole career in crypto is made by XRP, honestly, if I have to say. So I'm a very big fan of XRP, honestly. I do have a spot bags on XRP, been holding since like, and this is like XRP, because I'm holding it because I'm a big fan of XRP, because it plays a very important role in my life, so not like a very big bag, but yeah, I would say it is a big bag for me actually. Not like a million XRP or 500,000 XRP. It's under 50k to 100k XRP, anywhere in between. I have it. I just kept it. Probably it goes to like $4 or so. I don't know, but even it goes to the new all-time highs. I think it's a very nice deal. But I bought last year's and XRP at or almost around 14 to 15 cents, and I failed to sold or hedge it as well at 1.9 because it just kept in a separate wallet. I mean, I just want to keep XRP as a memento. Actually, even if it goes to zero, I don't care. But it's not. It won't go to zero in my opinion. But yes, I think XRP is really nice. I mean, it's a big part of my life actually. The place where I am, it's mainly because of XRP actually. If XRP would have not made me a big gains, I would have not been crypto actually. I would have not been able to leave my job, settle in Dubai and enjoy, a very nice life actually. Honestly, XRP is a very big deal for me. So yeah, I think I would never forget XRP and Ripple. So I think for XRP, this is what I have, guys. And just let's wait a bit for 46, 45, 1 to 36. I think the best ultimate short for XRP would be 48.23 levels. This level is going to be very interesting for me. Rejection, back down, and I think this is how you can see XRP probably doing something like this. So you don't get bullish on the resistance. You of course try and take profits. You get bullish only and only we start flipping the resistance as supports. So you don't get bullish. And similarly, you don't get bearish when we were here, but everybody was bearish. So I can't help it anymore. So that's what I have, guys. Also, with regarding to total, we already have tested the 786 and 0.14 which is a very crucial level. What you would want to see ideally for the total is making inverse head and shoulder, retest of the equilibrium or even the resistance, and then further down like this would make more sense to me, but we might not do that. We might probably just reject from the what do you say, the $967 billion, and maybe make it like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, going to the 886 of $814 billion. So it perfectly aligns with the plans that we have for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, and for else that we discussed, guys. Bullish wolf waves is what I would eye for, like a biggest reversal. Thank you so much for joining the live. I think I'm done with the XRP fans, and have a nice night. Bye bye.